Hello. This is a demo on UiPath. Okay, how we can actually use RPA, remote process automations, to be able to automate certain conditions. Okay, by triggering a program, an RPA program using email, right? And here we have got a check email, a start, and it will check the Outlook email for the message at the header, whether is a request for stock advice. If it's a request for email stock advice, then it will basically run a stock advice program, which will retrieve from the website, where you will access the number of stock investors websites to give advice. Eventually a report will be generated and then sent back by the same email, for any stock advice, or it could be asking for some web advice, through Google Analytics. So this is where you will read the email subjects with a Google, and then you give advice on your website analytics. Through the analytic report, it will give advice and send back to you. And then we have also got another conditions where this RPA will also read information such as the trendy information that is from Yahoo. So if you have a subject outline, that have Yahoo in it, it will evoke a program, and you will run the Yahoo trend analysis and then throw back to a Bing check to ask why is such current trend so interesting, right? So let's check out. In fact, I have already started running the program. You can see that now it's running into a loop form where you'll be checking Microsoft Outlook email, all the time. And I've not stopped it. I'm just keeping it running, and it's running and executing and reading this email. So this is the email. As you can see, I've simulated some. So let's just try and see whether it works. So I will send out an email. That is to myself. An Outlook email, and I put the first condition is to read the stocks. Give me some stock advice, and there's actually 3 stocks that I'm looking at. It's DBS, OCBC, and UOB, and it will be able to generate. So I can actually trigger an RPA program using this email. So I just do a send and let the shows go on. So since I'm actually sending back to myself, this is an output Outlook email. So we just wait for a while to see whether it came in, and you see immediately the program detect this stock and read. So you saw that it was a red and then now become red. So let's check. So you can see that the RPA is actually running at the background, and let's see whether it gets simulated. Let's just check. I should have opened up that. So it's check the email. There you have starting. So it opened up a Chrome browser and evoke a DBS. And this is today's DBS. You can see December 2023, December 29. That was the latest price. The price was 33.40, and it's able to read out all this information over there. Later I'll show you again. So now it compare with the latest Yahoo email. And this is from the Yahoo Finance Yahoo, and give the latest updated is actually 33.41. The price for DBS share. Okay, now it goes back and monitor the email again. There's no incoming emails, so it will basically continue to run the RPA. Okay, let's just see whether the Chrome browser get evoked again. Just wait patiently. So you can see now it automatically open up. So altogether, they are reading 3 stocks. This is UOB, okay, target price, reading from a SG investors. And look over here, there is actually analyst rating from the various stock. Okay, you can see CIMB. Okay, later we'll see whether you can see, and it will compare with the latest stock. Okay, the last close pricing for UOB was actually $28.45. Okay, now it checked back to the stock email again. Okay, let's just hope that it will open up. I'm not too sure yet. Run the OCBC. Let's just check. I think I've read the OCBC and it's trying to send out compile. Okay, if you were to look at this, this is the stock recommendations Excel spreadsheet. Okay, it basically UOB is actually the last and it's actually locked down, and you should be able to see the latest. Okay, December, today's extraction date was end of December 31st. Okay, so this was the compiled version, and after it do a comparison, there's a recommendation history. It will compare against the historical date, okay, and compare whether it's underestimated by the various stock analysis. Okay, you can see these are Philips Securities, DBS Research, OCBC Investment, Philips Securities, okay, RHB Invest, and it will basically formulate and even tell me the accuracies of all these investor analysts. Okay, see how accurate, okay, and be able to send me this, okay, attachment stock advice. So let's just close this and see whether there you have. Okay, just now we run it and you can see the attachment stocks. Okay, with the attachment. So once it's already compiled, analyzed, will give me just now the Excel spreadsheets, okay, which is actually a stock investors report, okay, with all the 3 stocks, okay, UOB stock rating, DBS stock rating, and the first one OCBC recommendation stock rating. So every time you run it, extract it, you will lock down, okay, append to this, right? So let's try the other. Let me just try another conditions, which is the Google. So let's just try to send an email, another email. So this generate, okay, a new email. So this time, instead of stocks analyst report that I'm interested, now I'm looking at Google. Okay, this is actually triggering a Google Analytics. Let's check it out. Okay, so I just send an email to myself again, and hopefully I get a web analytics report of my website. There you have, a Google appeared, and immediately the RPA will read it. Okay, and let's just see whether it will automatically open up my Chrome browser. Okay, so this is the Chrome browser. You can see it's actually going to the analytic Google, right? It's actually extracting from the Google Analytics dashboard, reading through the various chart. Okay, of course here we're trying to just simulating. Okay, and it read some of the informations, and it's going to open up. Let's see whether it automatically open up the Excel. If not, I will try to see whether I can open up. Okay, right. This is actually the Excel spreadsheet supposed to be open up, but you can see that it's actually reading. It's actually reading the engagement time, the engagement rating on the website. and giving the percentage of engagement rate, and see whether it's actually going to do any more things. Let me just some of the Chrome browser. So this is another. It might open out the mic. Okay, it actually went on to the Microsoft Pin Chat. So you can see over here, once it's able to get the engagement rating, it actually throw the advisor report, okay, which is actually here. You can see, okay, it picked up the engagement rating, 44.61% engagement rate of the e-commerce website, and throw into the chat GPT. This is what you're saying here is I'm actually using the chat API to read it. Okay, currently there's some error. Okay, it's supposed to read the informations. Okay, cut the information back. Response like this. In this case, it actually send this engagement. Okay, and it asks the chat GPT, right, how to improve, how to increase the engagement rate. And it came back with suggestion of two ways that you can increase the engagement, okay, which is live chat or include the customer review page, right? So you can see it actually automatically retrieve, okay, the performance of the website, which in this case we just pick one of the parameters and try to ask, okay, this is the 44.61, and try to ask, okay, the API from the ChatGPT to give some form of advice, right? So there was an error earlier, okay, so maybe we'll see whether the ChatGPT is still running. Okay, it looks like it's still running, right? And let's just see whether it's able to extract the thing. Okay, never mind. We'll move on to the next one. If it's still, oh, there you have. You can see Google. Okay, 233. Okay, let's just open up this Google and see whether are we able to see any advice. Let's keep our finger crossed and see whether there is any advice that is able to capture. Okay, actually, if it's able to capture properly, the advice, okay, which just now you saw, okay, from the API, ChatGPT should be able to advise us immediately and place it here. Okay, nevertheless, I think there was a missing part there, but don't worry, we'll move on to the next demo. Okay, let's just see. Okay, now I'm going to ask another one, which is actually the trend. So another conditions that we have built in is actually the Yahoo. Okay, so that's another Yahoo key. Okay, so the moment I key in the Yahoo, it's going to trigger, okay, the conditions, the flow condition, the workflow conditions to read the Yahoo trendy informations. Okay, so let me just close this. Okay, Yahoo came in, immediately it read and it evoked. You can see the Chrome browser will actually invoke the Yahoo, and it's actually reading the trend. The trend, we are actually picked up this Israel and Hamas war. Okay, okay. So I think our condition is actually read the second trendy, and hopefully it's able to throw back to the Chrome. Actually, I should have closed all the Chrome. Okay, so you can see that it's trying to open. Let me just hopefully, yeah, okay. You can see ChatGPT open, and then click on the chat over here. Hopefully it can ask something. Okay, what is the reason for war? It picked up the word war. Okay, so it can't pick up, can't make a mistake. So it gives some reply. What's the reason for war? Okay, my mistake. I can't even give a okay, never mind. We'll just see whether it's able to send back any informations. Let's check which part of the flow is it in. Okay, there's another error come here. Okay, so essentially that's how it works. Okay, at least the stocks works. Right, so I hope you enjoyed these simple demo sessions. Okay, so at least we can see that the stocks actually works, stock advisor.